Do you want more healing in your life? Want to work past difficult situations and deal with trauma that you've experienced early in life? I have a tool for you. Dr. James Pennebaker at the University of Texas in Austin has done a ton of research looking at the value of writing in dealing with difficulty and trauma. It turns out that writing for even as short as 15 minutes about a deeply troubling or traumatic event can have very positive effect on your ability to feel calmer or resilient, to actually find a boost in your immune status and in your overall health. Over years of study, Dr. Pennebaker has devised an exercise that I want to recommend to you if you have a difficult issue that you'd like to resolve. You set aside 3 or 4 days where you have the ability to spend 15 to 20 minutes each day processing on paper the trauma that you're dealing with. Writing it down has a power to help you to heal from that trauma. One way we think about it is that trauma, which resides in the right hemisphere of your brain, where we carry autobiographical data and negative emotions, can remain unprocessed and activate whenever we are triggered with certain things that remind us of that trauma. By writing about it, we have to traverse the midline of our brain to access the left hemisphere, where we deal with language and words. As we process things on paper, it appears that it gives us the ability to integrate those experiences and traumatic events into our life story in a fresh way. In fact, some psychologists talk about the story editing approach as a way of growing psychologically and emotionally. By telling our story, we are able to adapt to it in a fresh way, to change our perspective, to see it from a new point of view that allows us to integrate it in a more healthy way. At the end of the day, I believe it's God's design for us to see that every experience in our life can be used for His good in transforming us. It turns out that when we write about our experiences, we get a little distance from it. We can see it as though it happened to someone else, and it makes it easier for us to feel compassion for ourselves, especially when it comes to those moments in life that were so deeply distressing. Having compassion for ourselves then frees us also to have compassion for others. In the Bible, Joseph was someone who went through some serious trauma at the hands of other people. By working through it, he was able to get to the place where he related to his own soul in a healthy way, not as a victim, but someone who was able to see his trauma as positioning him to do good. When his brothers were afraid that he would punish them for their trauma that they inflicted on him, he said this, "Am I in the place of God? What you did was evil, but God meant it for good, to the saving of many souls." What I hope you'll find as you process your trauma is that it helps you to be a more compassionate and resilient person, to be more courageous. And as you receive comfort for yourself in the things that you've suffered, you're equipped to provide comfort, encouragement, and help to those who also have been hurt by life. It's such a beautiful thing to find healing. And this exercise of writing for 3 or 4 days in a row for 15 or 20 minutes about a specific trauma is hugely effective in helping you to step away from the pain of the past and to see it as a possibility for you to grow and to give your strength to others.